What up, WWE Champions? As always, it's the fabulous Freebirds. It's me, Iron Sheik 84. Right above me is Lee Brown. And I believe I'm pointing in the right direction to our buddy Slim Numbers. Good afternoon, everybody.
What's up, guys? So, I only remember Gordy and of course Hayes. Who's the third Freebird? I always forget.
Bam Bam.
Oh, okay. So who's who in that mix? Like you got if you're the hosting, you got to assign who's who for us, so we know how we're gonna interact here.
Well, we'll let you be. Well, since it's your podcast and you're the one in charge, you can be Michael P.S. Hayes.
I only know him. So that's good.
I'll be Terry Gordy, and then Slim. No, Bam Bam Terry Gordy. That's Terry Gordy's Bam Bam.
Oh, so who's the third?
What is it? Isn't it Garvin was the third? I think.
Terry Garvin.
Buddy Jack Roberts.
Buddy Jack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Buddy Roberts. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, Buddy Jack. All right, Buddy Jack Slim. That's our. Oh, well, cool. Well, so we're doing an episode of the Champs Chat podcast here. It's almost the end of this MLC, which means it's also almost the start of, theoretically, Zombie Month. So we're going to kind of talk about some things that have happened this MLC, some hopes we have for next MLC. We've got some other conversation that might sprinkle in. What's up, Zandel? What's up, Crazy Snake? What's up, Mule? As we kind of go. So talk to me, first of all. We don't know if Axe is coming, but we theoretically do. Talk to me about some of the things that you've liked this MLC. And I'll just preempt and go real quick because I worked all weekend, so I literally had like 2 hours of gameplay. And I saw that they sold Kofi for $100 like they did with Viscera. I totally took that deal. I was very happy. I literally did my preview for Kofi late yesterday, then bought Kofi. It was great. I was good with that. So that was a highlight for me. But tell me some things you've liked, and then we'll get into some of the struggles changes as we go. So what's been good this MLC?
Let's see. Well, I did get Smash earlier than I normally. You remember how last month we talked about how I felt like I was actually worried that I wasn't going to hit the max and that I wasn't going to get whoever last month was. I can't remember, but no, I got Smash. I think I'm like 500 or 600 away from getting Woods, so. I don't know if they adjusted anything or like if I actually changed my playstyle, because last month I purposely didn't work on Rusev because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna save all of my tokens, and then whenever I hit the whenever I max, I'll make them 6-star gold. And then I was just like, oh, it's like I regretted that, and I was like, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that changed and that did it. But yeah, I mean, things are going along. I think I'm 100K points from finishing the MLC, and then I should get Woods. So
yeah. And the Woods tag link with Kofi, it's 10 MP, right? I'll take that. Slim, I know you got some struggle bus going, but what's some things that you've appreciated about this MLC, maybe even hope to see show up in the next one?
So I'm still kind of on this. I like the fact, since Showdown is so ubiquitous right now,
so much.
And that is honestly for me that's fine. I'm okay with having a Showdown live pretty much every day. It seems like, and I'm pretty okay with the fact that they are like balancing the game towards that. Obviously, this month was all about tag teams. The updated tag links are still really fun.
Yeah.
I got Kofi the easy way, I guess.
Yeah.
Specifically for the tag link. That tag link's baller. And it kind of thematically makes sense. Like, oh, cool, you're going to run in with Woods and Kofi. They're going to be ready to rock because that's who they are as they are a tag team. They're going to be ready to rock. It's going to be hard to counteract that. I expect that we will probably see more of that coming in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe even as soon as this weekend. So that's cool. I mean, there's still, in many ways, they're still kind of balancing the game, trying to figure out how to make it so hype is not as oppressive.
Yeah. That's a word.
Which is nice. They're trying. They're trying, and I appreciate that. On that aspect of things, the MLC is been kind of interesting just to watch all of that. The contests are the contests. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, the feud was amazing. It was a feud.
Yeah.
The boss battle was a boss battle. The weekend showdown was a weekend showdown. It is those things are what they are. They haven't changed in months, for better or for worse. But what they're doing slowly through the updating of the roster and updating of the characters and stuff, I think is really nice. And I expect we'll probably see another round of OP zombies next month.
Yeah.
At least with their training ability, which will be nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. So personally, we talk about struggles and stuff. I need to reassess this based on tag links because I haven't had enough time with them and all that. But I would say Showdown has easily become my least favorite mode in the game, and the fact that it's constantly there is like, oh, another showdown. So for me, that's been. But I mean, now that so I got Kofi. If I get Woods, now I can go in. And I guarantee myself I can still do some things that route. I can use some characters. I would say that Nexus where hype was still new and I didn't have enough of it, but other people did and showed. That was my worst with Showdown. I was like, this is rough. So now that that's kind of balancing out, I would say with Axe, assumably coming this weekend, I think that's a very good educated guess. I think it would be really cool if Axe and Smash had the opposite tag link ability from what Kofi and Woods do, where your opponents start with 10 less MP. I mean, it would make them a nasty team, but something spurred my brain when you were like, oh, that's kind of Kofi and Woods. They start out, they're energetic, they're whatever. Well, Demolition's whole thing was from the second their music hit the da-na-na-na-na, you were supposed to be afraid of them. They come out wearing the spiky gimp gear. They're like, oh, we're intimidating. So their opponent should be more afraid and therefore lose their ability to move. I don't know. I think that would be cool. Sheik, you were gonna say something there.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you. For me, showdowns are just like when Rex Regum came out.
Yeah.
And it was it's like you have this tour for Attitude Era women, acquired CSS, Rex Regum at Triple H.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't get me wrong, I do like the way that they bracketed, the showdowns with the first place gets coins and first, second, third and things like that. I am just so tired of showdowns, especially the ones where I know there are certain areas where you can double dip, get 10,000, do 10,000 damage with Bradshaw and somebody from the Ministry of Darkness or whatever, right? But sometimes they'll have there's these 3 requirements that you can only do with these 3 specific groups of people. You have to do requirements with these 3 specific CSS that don't mash up. Yeah. And hey, you only have 6 energy to do it in 24 hours. Right. Good luck.
Yeah.
And then when you factor in hype and everything, it gets to a point where you're like, oh, for the love of God, okay, am I supposed to get these points? Or am I supposed to try to go for notoriety? And, it's just, I'm getting so sick of it. I hate Showdown. I hate Showdown so much. Showdown used to be my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And then, it kind of it's been flip-flopping back and forth, but I'm so tired of it. And we got one coming up in about an hour, so yay!
Yeah. So Slim, you're the counterpoint on this. It seems like you really enjoy Showdown, and we're being the negative Nelly on this. So tell us, like, other than tag links, what is it that you're like, man, I'd be cool if there's a Showdown every day?
Well, I mean, there basically has been a Showdown every day during the week, right? So all right, let's attack this from a different angle real quick.
Ooh.
Every time they come out with a specialty gym a specialty stip tour,
Yeah.
I'm in on it. Like, do as much damage as you can. And I'm not talking about the hype tours where the rewards don't matter. I'm just running through those to get the hype. But
Right.
you know, the week long contests where it's 1,000 down to 500 down to 250 down to 100, and the 100 gets the prize, right? It's always, hey, let's get creative on my roster and figure out how I'm going to do this. That's fun for me. I like that. I think I've got, at this point, with where I am in the game, I like those challenges. That's why I don't like feud, because I set a feud lineup and click, and that's all I do during feud is just click. Showdowns, I do like it. I'm like, oh, neat. Let's go back to Sheik's point. I've got a Bradshaw that I need to do damage with. I've got to do damage with Ministry of Darkness. Those Bradshaw will cover 2 of those things, but Bradshaw's not very good. So how do I accomplish this in the most efficient way possible and see if I can't knock it down in 1 or 2 turns? And then it becomes a problem-solving exercise. And I like the problem-solving exercise of Showdown. I guess full disclosure, I haven't been chasing the leaderboard very much, so I've ignored notoriety gain while I'm doing this, unless there's a reason for me to chase the notoriety gain, in which case it gets a little bit more complicated. But I do like the problem-solving aspect of Showdown, and then the new toys that they're giving us to problem-solve with Showdown is something that I'm actually having a lot of fun with. And that's why I'm okay with Showdown. Give me another Showdown. That's fine.
Well, you get one in about 45 minutes. So.
Yeah. Give me some weird CSS. Give me some weird tasks. Let's figure out how to do this.
Okay. So let's talk then. I know we say about what we like, but just managing time. I do want to hit okay, so we know this Titan mode is coming, and they've announced it. We haven't heard anything since. Question 1, and I'll give a second one here, but question 1 is, will we actually get Titan during Tag Team Titans month? And 2, will Titan replace the second feud? Will it, do we feel like this is something that's going to be like a new week, like the way Boss Battle became a weekend element, or where do we think that's going to go? Because it is a faction-based thing. So either question, either person, whatever order you want to do.
So I will say this. Do I think it's going to come out? I mean, obviously, it's a 50-50 at this point, you know.
Yeah.
I would much rather, I'm just saying, if they were to tell me, hey, which one do you want to replace? I personally would rather replace the 24-hour feud.
Okay.
Or the 22-hour feud, whatever it is, that requires you to get 8 wins with the Trickster, 8 wins with the Striker. You know, I would rather have that replaced with the Titan, have a Showdown, have the faction boss, and then Flash feud. Because I think Flash feud is one of those things that's more universally easy for everybody, you know, regardless of time zones.
Right.
And for me too, for me, I'm just a lot of times I'm just like, okay, you know, I need to get 2 wins with this character, 2 wins with this character, 2 wins with this, and then I'll do that and I'm done. And then if I feel like playing some more, I do. But if I don't, it's whatever. And then if I want to max, you know, I will. And if I don't, which is majority of the time now, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So whether or not it comes out this month, irrelevant, but replace the feud. I have some thoughts, but Sheik, I'm sorry, Slim, go ahead, and what are your thoughts?
I think my question is, I was kind of under the assumption that the Titan mode was a daily.
Okay.
And that was going to be one of the new daily modes that was coming.
Okay. And it's very possible based on the read.
I don't. With the massive amount of communication that we have had about the Titan mode and everything else that's new in the game, it's surprising that I don't know literally anything about it, other than the name of it. So your guess is as good as mine. I was under the assumption that it was a new daily, and the new daily was going to be involving earning hype. That's everything that I kind of assumed about it.
Yeah.
If it is a weekend event, replace a feud. I don't care which one.
Yeah.
Feud's overrated. Just pick one of them. I don't care. Just leave the rest of them. But feud's the only one you double up on, or sometimes triple up on, for a weekend contest. If you're going to do it, just replace one of the ones that you doubled up on, and it'll be fine. But like I said, I don't know anything about it. I assumed it was a new daily mode that was coming out. I didn't realize it was the new weekend mode.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I positioned us into this wrong because I think something in that initial announcement did say more daily. So maybe this is because I think I would like Showdown, going back to that, more if I wasn't doing them every single day. Like, I think that if there was a Titan mode or whatever that we were doing there, the fifth mode that's in this game, which is actually the first one, is tours. And every single time Scopely does a player feedback response, whatever, like, what is your favorite mode? Tours is far and away the biggest number one thing. So oh yeah, Will Breaker, we'll get to that. So the biggest thing is, if Titan is like a tour, or like a faction tour kind of combination, however that works, and it's a daily mode, and then that replaces 85% of Showdowns, then Showdown becomes a weekend thing again. It's like, oh, I can look forward to Showdown. It's unique. Because I think the biggest thing is you should have something on the weekend that is different from what you're doing throughout the rest of the week. And, as Will Breaker said, they've introduced steel cage challenges. We have, blitzes, gauntlet blitzes, which has kind of been absorbed into the Sunday spot, the weekend, which is fine. If gauntlets happen on certain Sundays and other things happen, give me something throughout the week. I think the whole idea of the week-long stuff is that it's not as time-consuming because people are at work, they have whatever, more people. I worked all weekend this weekend, so I didn't get to feud much, I didn't get to boss battle much this weekend and last weekend, and I won't get to do whatever this weekend is very much. But theoretically, for most people, the week has a different flow than the weekend. So you could be right. And on the other side of it, if it is a weekend thing, or if it replaces Showdown where it's throughout the week and weekend and whatever, then yeah, if we replace one of the feuds, I actually prefer the 24-hour feud myself. That one's easier to max for me. But given my schedule now, I soon I will have a schedule that I know more consistently, but right now it's flipping flopping so much that I'm nervous about feud weekend, because it's I may or may not hit an entire feud at this point, or one of the three. But
well, how about this? How about we replace the weekend showdown event with the Titan?
There you go.
Because we're going to have 783 other showdowns that we can do, so weekend one's not relevant anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that could be. What's up, Jack Stack? I wouldn't be opposed to that. Or even a rotation where this month there's going to be Boss Feud and Titan. Next month there's going to be Feud, maybe Titan and Showdown or whatever. It just kind of rotates a little bit. It creates a little bit more. Oh, yeah, or Will Breaker said 12-hour male, 12-hour female. Something like that could work as well.
Bring back the 18-hour feuds, please. Please, please, please bring back the 18-hour feuds.
Yeah.
2 feuds, men's, ladies, 18 hours, in and out, full weekend.
Done.
Replace the Flash feuds with that. That's it. That's the winner. That's the best one of all the feuds. That's the best feud structure.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Well, let's talk about next month. So next month, theoretically, is zombie month. So we definitely want to hit on who are some of the zombies we want to see and all that. But also some of the predictions. We're kind of theory crafting right now as we go anyway. But Titan replacing this or this replacing that. We can get into that a little bit. So first off, who are some of the zombies that you want to see in the game?
Zombie Bliss.
Okay. That'd be fun.
Zombie EO.
Okay. Lots of ladies.
Zombie Penta.
Zombie Penta.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they could do something really fun with Penta. I would like to see Zombie. I've already mentioned in another video, but I want to see Zombie Aleister Black come back as here's the rework. Like that's
Yeah.
Zombie Penta would be amazing. I think they could do some crazy stuff with Zombie Stephanie Vacour. I think that would be crazy. And Lunatic Fringe just said it in the comment too, but a werewolf version of Jacob Fatu as a zombie. Like I think if they did the zombie, because there's always a theme, so that was going to be another
That makes
one of
a
the questions.
lot
I'm getting there
of
too
sense,
soon,
actually.
but there was like a theme to the zombies. Like it was cowboys one year, and last year it was
Yeah.
radiation themed, and then the
Yeah.
gear is like fish themed and stuff like that. I think it would be cool if they just went for the classic movie monster zombie crossover. Like, what if a zombie bit a mummy? What if a zombie bit a
Universal
werewolf?
mon.
Yeah,
The Universal monsters, so like Creature from
Yeah.
the Black Lagoon and the
Right.
Mummy and
and then
who would be
werewolf
Dracula,
Jacob
though?
Fatu. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to say that. Okay, as much as I like Aleister Black and the fact that I made mine 6-star gold, so I would love it if they did the revamp on him. I'm just going to throw this out there. I would prefer they revamp Zombie AJ Styles so that we actually have a good one in the game.
Yes.
So just throwing this out there,
Yes.
we deserve a good AJ Styles in this game. It's a shame. It is a downright dirty shame that Dork Jr. has 3 good versions in the game, and AJ Styles has 0, and he is 10,000 times the wrestler that Dork Jr. is.
Yeah. I'd go for a zombie. I honestly, I know Sheik. I'm sorry. I'm going to say words and they're going to offend you to your core, but Dominic Mysterio might be one of my favorite wrestlers right now. And
All right, that's it. I'm leaving the podcast.
I'm sorry. But they've already got zombie Dom, so we're good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, the chat has some good ones. I mean, Zombie AJ Lee, AJ Lee's too soon. We'll get her in the game, I'm sure, but it's not going to be soon. Zombie Kevin Nash would be super cool. I could see that one. I could see that one. And obviously the limitations, like there are certain people, like once they pass away, they don't do zombies. Like that's not a thing. Like Hulk Hogan is now has a distinguishing feature that he is the only deceased human who is a zombie in this game, and that's anyway, but yeah, I Penta, I mean all of these the good choices. So Slim, you said who would be Dracula? Did you have a minute
I'm
to think
stuck.
on that?
I am in an absolute loop trying to think of like who zombie Dracula would be that isn't already a zombie,
Yeah.
right? Like zombie Roman Reigns would probably be Dracula. Got some hair, throw a cloak on him, tribal chief,
Yeah.
Transylvanian chief. You know what I'm saying?
got
Like
him
it's
You already have a zombie.
man, that's a good one.
Zombie Roman already exists.
Right, and Zombie Seth, because Seth would be the
Yeah.
other one who would cosplay well there. There's already a
Yeah.
Zombie LA Knight. Dang. What's up,
There's-
Cesaro?
Zero.
There you go. Actually, that would be the perfect Dracula. You put zombie Sir Zorro into the game, make him Dracula, and we are all good.
Yes.
Hashtag put Zorro in Champions.
Oh my god.
I'm here for it.
That's Punk. Well, but there's already a Zombie Punk. We can't do that one too. Yeah, this is
See, it gets really hard once you think the only one that even comes close is Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, I had that exact thought because I was like, who else is a faction leader in this? And I'd rather see Zombie Bad Bunny than Zombie Solo Sikoa. Maybe Logan Paul. I mean, just if you're gonna throw oddballs out
We
there.
already have one too many Logan Pauls in the game. We don't need another one, please.
Just throwing this out there. If we're gonna have a Dracula, and this is something that I talked about last week about people from the Attitude Era
Right.
and other eras that never show up on reunion shows. Why not have Gangrel? You already have a Brood Edge, a Brood Christian. Why not have Gangrel? There you go. There's Dracula.
Yeah.
You know what? I would be 100% fine with the only incarnation of Gangrel in the game is a zombie Dracula Gangrel.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. That'd be perfect. That's on brand. It's on point. I'm
Okay.
here for it. I like it.
I've got it because somebody said the words. Chef Borica said he's pale enough, and that opened up my eyes. I know who it is. It's Sheamus. You need to have like the pale skinned, great white shit. Back when he had no color in his body at
Yeah.
all, he was pigmentless. Yes, that's our guy. Buffula.
The Celtic vampire.
The Celtic vampire. Yeah. Or it could just be Rusev, because then you've got, like, at least you're getting closer towards that part of the world. But, yeah, I don't know.
Where is Transylvania?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so other than zombie... Well, and if there's other zombies you want to think about, or themes, like, I mean, we kind of fell into the Universal movie monsters, but... Like, they do tend to do a zombie theme. If there's any others that you want to mention, go ahead. But other thoughts for what we want to see happen during Zombie Month, like the MLC itself, not just that it's zombies per se.
Well, I know we talked about, and again, I'm not just trying to recall previous messages. I mean, I really want to know what they're going to do with hype.
Yeah.
It's like, I know we keep coming back to hype every single episode, but what are they going to do with zombies and hype? Because, are they going to have a special, like, zombie-only hype pool, or what?
Hope so. Yeah, I have been wrestling with saving my hype currency. I've saved some, and then I've spent some, and then I've we don't get a whole lot of it, but I'm sitting there going like, what if that loot next month is zombies and I only get 1 month of it? If so, the smartest thing I can do is to not pull on hype for the next foreseeable week or so, and then go back all in on that. But who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Hype is going to be, I think that's going to be kind of a defining moment for me for hype, is what do we do with these characters that, yes, you have wild hype. That's great. We've talked about that. But the zombies are a pretty big deal. Like, it's not like my Johnny Knoxville, who's never going to be in the hype loot, and I'm okay with that. If I ever want to take him up, I'm going to have to do it through wild hype. I have made my amends with that. Even the Aussies, like, I think Ozzy should have hype, but either way. But when we talk about zombies, like, that's not just like a special, like, one-off, like the Turtles or the whatever. That's twice a year, and it dominates 6 to 7 weeks of the game. Like, that is the focus for 6 to 7 weeks of the game. Now, that's only 12. Slim numbers, you're better at this. I'm going to say the wrong number, but 13% of our year, whatever it is. But that is 13% of our year. That's not a small percentage when you look at it, and disproportionately the heart investment that goes in for a lot of people to Zombie Month versus others makes it feel like it's even bigger than just a tenth of our gameplay experience in a year, right? So I agree. I think that's the make or break for this month for me, is what happens with zombies and hype. And then last thing I just want to say, Wheel Breaker blew my mind. Free character, Rick Steiner, the Frankensteiners, and then A tier character, Scott Steiner. And I think he should be like one of them, like classic Frankenstein's monster, and then maybe like Jekyll and Hyde version of monster, or maybe but Frankensteiners, that wins. I mean, it's our
Why not have two-headed ones?
What's
The
that?
Frankensteiners, just like the Usos.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
do a two-headed. Okay, solved it. We fixed the real problem.
What if that's the entire zombie month? What if they are going to lean into Showdown so hard that every single zombie is actually just a tag team or a stable, right? You've got New Day you can do again. You've got the Steiner brothers you can do again. You've got the Outsiders you could do. You have, well, maybe not the Outsiders. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah. By the way, Dracula... They should break their own rule. It should be Ozzy.
There you go. Well, they had Werewolf Ozzy last year, so he could not be a zombie.
Yeah, so
he
why
could
not?
be a special character, and that's different.
They could make him a mummy. They could whatever.
Oh, the Heart Foundation.
Ozzy work.
Yeah, Braun and Bronson. So fusion. So if
fusions,
if
just two-headed monsters all the way around.
Yeah. if I were in charge of Scopely's plan 6 months ago, when I'm assuming they were planning this out, I hope fusion would be the theme. I think that would absolutely be like these two. There's an atomic bomb. They're standing next to each other, and it fuses them together, and they have like different aspects, kind of like how they did with Mutant Mankind, where he's like different aspects of all of his characters. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Sweet. Now who are we putting in there? You mentioned some Sheik. Who are you putting in there? Who's your fusion?
Well, I know somebody.
Ray
I know
and
we'll
Dominic
with the
Mysterio,
Heart
of course.
Foundation. Randall did pass away, so that one. I don't know if that one would be a gray area one. Let's see. Who would be a good fusion? No, we can't do that one. I was going to say Dork Jr. and his wussy dad, but there's already a zombie versions of both of them.
Yeah.
They could fuse into the most wussy zombie ever.
The first Z tier character that's given. No, they'll just give out C tiers. They'll just be C tiers, even though they're free.
Yeah, like you remember the mad cows, like, it's like whenever they eat the other cow, that's what made them mad. Like, you get the wussy, you get the other wussy, you put them together, they're double wussies.
Double wussies. Oh my god.
Let's see. It's just one of those things. Why not Charlotte and Bliss?
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's like, it's like their will they, won't they friendship. Yeah, there you go. That would be a good one. You could have them like bicker with each other.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kane and Undertaker, the brother of Destruction, the fusion of Destruction, whatever.
Yeah.
I like that. That could be pretty fun. They could do Triple H and Stephanie, and then if you unlock them, first of all, it costs all of your money to unlock them, and if you unlock them, they have 1 MP, do infinite damage, and pin the opponent. Done.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stephanie's the one that created the women's revolution, so why shouldn't she be she single-handedly created,
women,
sculpted, moved the women's revolution along, so yeah, she deserves it.
Is there a zombie Stephanie McMahon in game?
There's not.
There isn't, right?
No.
We're about to get a Hall of Fame Stephanie McMahon. Why not a zombie Stephanie McMahon?
Right. Nature Boy said you could do a 3-headed zombie, Chelsea Green, Piper, and Alba Fire. Just do the Hervis all in one. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Well, I know your time is more limited here. So, other thoughts for this next month? We've talked about hype, so move past that side. But other things you're hoping for, or kind of want to see carry forward or change in October.
My number one wish for Zombie Month is a blog. Maybe 4 of them, maybe 8 of them. I'd be happy with one of them that wasn't AI generated. I would like a map. Here's what's happening. This is what's going to go down during the month. Here are shards. Here are points that you're going to get. Here is exactly how the month goes. There you go, community. Plan accordingly. That's my number one. Bring back blogs from the dead, please. That's what I want for Zombie Month. Resurrect information to the player base.
There you go.
I think that's all I could possibly want.
Yeah, I feel you. The blog read was oftentimes our most viewed content as Champions Chat each week, and that's saying something because DJ doing them, Merrick's does them. Sometimes Bob's doing them. Like we had other content creators, and we would still see some of our biggest, not always, but the most consistent numbers on the blog read out of every video type that we've done, and it's gone now. I just don't have it, so I'd be happy for it just to have that interaction with the community again. But yeah, a Zlog, we need a Zlog, Nature Boy. So Slim, I know you got to drop off. Sheik and I can close up for a few minutes, but thank you for being a part of the conversation here, and I hope this showdown that starts in 30 minutes is all your hopes and dreams have wanted.
Everything that I've wished for.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See you, Slim.
Awesome. Later, guys.
See ya.
All right. Let me make sure I blank out the proper window. And oh, dang! Now he moved it. I've got to move your window around, Sheik. Sheik. hold on, I'm just resizing you here live on TV, not TV, Twitch. Okay, there we go. There you're back. Now it's just you and me. So, any other thoughts you have on Zombie Month, on kind of what we've been talking about here?
I mean, the Zombie Month is typically the entire like player bases or a majority of the player base. There are a few people in my faction absolutely hate zombies, hate Zombie Month,
Really?
but this is typically, I would say, like, this is our WrestleMania. Like, this is the month that people look forward to. Um, I would say, like, treat it as special as it needs to be or should be.
Yeah.
Because I think, what is it? There was, what was it? Was it last year or the year before where we had that amazing prize wall that came out of the blue the last week
It
where we
was
were
the one
like,
with
hey,
Zombie Becky. So whatever
yeah,
year Zombie Becky and Zombie Liv and Zombie Gunther were.
yeah, I think that's 2 years ago. But remember how, like, the entire month we were all like, eh. And then that one final, like, prize wall was like, oh, hey, this was worth it. This was the greatest month ever. And then when is the camping anniversary coming up?
Grant
Is it
Camping?
around this time?
Yeah. It was Zombie Month because the loot had Zombie HBK in it because
Yeah,
that was the one I was like, oh my gosh, if I could get him, that would. Yeah, I have argued behind the scenes.
yeah,
Grant Camping should be a holiday in this game, like legitimately,
yeah.
and I personally still think they should just give out the exact same loot, like just the exact loot that was there. I mean, yes, some
Mhm,
people would get Invisible Cena that don't have him, but
mhm.
yeah, I would love something like that to happen again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but like I said, but just basically, but you kind of get what I'm saying. It's kind of, sometimes it's going to be a little bit hard to explain like what exactly I mean, but yeah, it's like just treat Zombie Month the way it needs to be or should be treated. This is going to be the month where you're going to see a lot of people going hard on all the zombies. So it's
Yep.
just I don't know, like, and again, like, I can't tell you like, oh, that means like, oh, give out free loot coins, do
Right.
this, do that, but just basically, like, don't just treat it as a copy paste to the other months. Do something special.
Right. Right. Um, so like Downtime Fun said in the comments here, the only zombie I have is Zombie KO. Hopefully I can get more. So I'm just like, Downtime is. Are you saying like you just are new to the game and didn't do them? Have you skipped Zombie Month? Like I'm curious. Oh, you quit in 2017, came
Oh
back in
yeah,
June. Okay,
yeah.
that makes more sense because okay, so your eyes are about to be like Zombie Month. Historically, we've never had Zombie plus hype and all the other things going on in the game, but historically, Zombie Month is usually my favorite every year. Sorry, and historically, the zombies, at the very least, their trainer coaching abilities have been coded as such that they are evergreen pretty much. So at the very least, like the zombies from 2-3 years ago, I'm still going, oh, I need these guys versus some of the earlier ones, your KOs, your AJ Styles. Those ones aren't really useful in any way now. But my guess would be if they keep things going, they would do that. I still to this day argue they need to have an MLC that introduces the other or another set of double 4 MPs. And I would even be fine if that's only the S and S plus tier zombies. I don't care. That's fine. But I would. That's what my hope is for Zombie Month, and it's been every November October time frame is either October or November because those guys came out in November previously. That we get more double 4 MP because I don't know why we stopped with one set. Like, if they were that game breaking, then why did you sell Braun Breaker for $20 or $25 the other
Yeah.
month? Like, but anyway, yeah, yeah. Slim, you're still in the chat. I thought you had to go. I wasn't kicking you off the podcast, buddy. You were welcome to stay on here.
Yeah.
but yeah, Sheik hopes for like, and I know this. I'm kind of coming out of the blue with this, so you don't have to have something in mind. But like the evergreen training abilities, is there anything you can think of that you would be like, man, I would love to see this training ability on the zombies because it's usually more a premium training, or it seems to be anyway.
Well, last year it was the multiply plus a specific gem color, which
Right.
is fabulous and something I still use to this day.
Yes.
Um, I know Slim already said it. Having some plus MP coaches, like on the coach side of it,
Right.
where Hogan's not the only one. But then that would also take away
Yeah.
the specialness of Hogan. And then I think people would complain about Hogan, the most paywall character in the game. If you were to say, like, all right, fine, well, we're going to make him +4, then people would have the torches and pitchforks
Right.
around Christmas time about, hey, I can't, I can't move him up. I think mine's been 5-star silver the past like 3 or 4 events now because
Years.
I just, I can't do anything past this point.
Right. Yeah, so I've argued this one before, so it's a repeat for some who've heard it, but I have a new wrinkle to it with that. If we were going in on this type of idea, I would love to see the zombies be +2 MP of a certain color coaches. That would be amazing. But you're right. You hit on where I was going to go with that is, okay, so then what happens with Santa Hogan? I have pitched this behind the scenes to Scopely, and I have also pitched it now in front of the cameras a couple times. But my thing is, I think Santa Hogan needs to be retired. He needs to go back to regular tokens, or if they want to keep doing Ripmas, that's fine. I agree. I think they need to introduce a new. I would like Santa Bray Wyatt, like Nightmare Before Christmas Bray Wyatt's been my pitch each time. I would love to see him do maybe a duality, like we talked about the fusion thing before, where Santa Hogan, okay, keep the tokens, keep Ripmas in July, that's fine. I don't mind that. Move him to 4 MP, but he's still super rare. Yes, the whales are going to benefit, blah, blah. And then
Yeah.
introduce Santa Bray Wyatt and make him +4 all color trainer MP. And now the worst thing you're going to be able to do is have 16 imp or 12, sorry, 12 MP starting board, but you already have things in place where you can reduce people's by a certain amount. So with the hype stuff and all that that's already gone on, I would absolutely be all on board for Hogan +4 MP to all if you get him 6 gold, which nobody's going to be able to do for years. And then Bray Wyatt, Santa, Nightmare Before Christmas, +4 MP to all colors, trainer. And suddenly you've got these characters that are, I mean, Santa Hogan is important. We use him all the time, but it's not like we're going like, yeah, he's the most important thing in the game anymore. It's like, yeah, these other, he's good, but we need these things. That would make those two, like, I'm going to spend money every time Santa Bray and every time Santa Hogan is in the mix, basically. But just thoughts. Any concluding thoughts for us, Sheik? I'll let you have however much time you want to say whatever you want, and then we can call it here.
Okay. So I wanted to do this a little bit earlier, but then Slim just signed off.
Oh no.
So my final thoughts are: don't forget to celebrate September by saving up to 30% on new subs until October 1st, 12 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, don't forget that. Outside of that, I don't know. I just, like I said, just kind of coasting through right now with the game. I'm kind of same old, same old. Anything that I could talk about, additionally is kind of the same stuff that I've always talked about. Like, hey, update certain things. Kind of like the stip stores and stuff. Because I'm like, especially like on the marquee store. Like, look, if I'm like 2,000 shards away from getting Sammy, like Dudenator,
Yeah.
why would I want to, do the marquee tours to get 20 shards once a week, and then by the time that he's done, I'm 1,840 shards instead of 2,000 or whatever.
Right.
So just a revamp is normal, but I mean, outside of that, I just just hope that the game just I hope communication's always better. I hope that events actually properly work and stuff. So just yeah. Like I said, just outside of that.
With that Showdown thing, like I know you guys were talking about it beforehand. I wasn't there for it, so I missed something big apparently. But...
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, well,
It's
yeah. It's probably better that I'm here just to keep the language, at PG level versus what we were talking about before the stream started. So yeah. Like I said, I always try to lead with the positive, not
right.
just be negative on things all the time.
Sure.
Uh, you know, and we always talk about communication, 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 communication. Slim, you know, head on that. The fact that 2 hours before the showdown ended, the game broke,
Okay.
and on top of that, loot coins were added, gave not only an unfair advantage to players who actually were able to notice, like, hey, loot coins were added, and then the whole reversal auto pin debacle, which I believe still hasn't been fixed. Now I don't know. I haven't really had to do reversals, so I don't know if it's working or not. But yeah, that's it's I thought in a time with the Discord that communicate, we'd get more communication rather than a weekly blog, and it seems like like with Titan and certain things, we're just still in the dark where
Yeah.
we shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be some things behind the scenes going on with that, but I agree. I think we need more consistent communication, and if it's not going to be a blog, then like we kind of talked about back when I made the video about blogs going away, of like, okay, well, this can be good if Discord has, here's your daily update, here's your whatever, like it, and it doesn't have to be daily, but something with that in there. Slim, make sure you put subscribe to Slim numbers in there too. I'm sure you're getting to it, but don't leave yourself out there. Yeah,
Exactly.
no, I absolutely agree, and I'm sorry I missed all the funsies with the
Yeah.
broken part of the game. So I
Yeah.
just totally missed it.
But
So
one thing, on a positive note, I can say, since we have to do the Stip tour every day to get the hype coins, I finally got motivated. I got Hall of Fame Ron Simmons, so yay!
yes,
Yeah, I finally got him yesterday, so yay! Yeah, I'm
hooray!
so happy about that.
Yeah, I'm 40, I think 40, maybe 60 shards away from Kamala, and he's in there, and so I'm like, all right, well, I'm eventually going to get him one way or another.
Yeah. Well, no. So I'm like, I think 800 away from him. So I'm like in the all right, 10 at a time.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
it's rough waters.
yeah. So yeah. So just like I said, I always want to end on a positive. I got, it's like I persevered, I got it, and I'm super happy. And now I'm gonna start going after either shards of people I don't have or the IOW straps. I'm hoping, fingers crossed that I can get some more affiliation straps,
Yeah.
and that way make feuding a lot easier on me.
Make feuding better. That would be the hope. So, yeah, I agree. Well, go ahead
Oh,
and take us out. Go ahead. Like I say,
oh,
I'm
sorry.
basing this on your
Thinking
time
about.
frame.
I
So,
apologize. Also, just one last thing too. What I would hope to see in Zombie Month, and I completely forgot about it until this second. I really hope another league opens up,
yes,
or
yes, please.
I've been
Another
maxed
league.
out on, like, what is it, 20, was it 24 or 25? Like,
24, I think. I don't know, but
yeah, I maxed out on 24. I think 2 weeks after it came out, because I think, like, I buckled down and I got all the feud requirements. I think between, like, in like 1.5 feuds or whatever. So I would like for I would like another road tour to open up in
yeah,
in the whatever the last one is. I don't remember it off the top of my head. And then also, yeah, I would like another league requirement. It would be nice. I just give me something a little more to strive for. It
yeah,
would make it for me, like, it would make feuding and stuff at least a little more fun, because I could be like, oh, hey, I need to get another 800 wins to
right,
do XYZ. I haven't really had to do that in a long time, and
yeah,
I mean, it's not like I'm getting 500 billion coins out of it or
right.
something. But just give me something to do.
Yeah, this could, I mean, I don't want to blow your time frame out of the water, but this could
Yeah,
open up
yeah.
a whole nother thing for me with this because so I don't have time to play other games usually. However, I did have, like, is a rare thing. I had an entire day off on a Tuesday, which, by the way, I will tomorrow as well. That's for these 2 weeks. Tuesday's my day off. and there just wasn't a lot to do in Champions. I had gotten everything done and whatever. So I was clicking through on another game. I ended up playing this mob control game, and the way they do it is they break theirs into seasons. Like right now, it's the season of the loot boxer, which is literally a loot box that has boxing gloves, and that's your champion you use or whatever. I would love to see, and this would take a lot more planning probably than they do. I would love to see the leagues reset every season. Like, if you want to do that 6 months, quarterly, whatever, absolutely reset them and have to go from 1 to 25 or whatever again, because you're right. Like, feuding by itself can be its own reward, but when it's like you have to complete 500 feud matches in this amount of time, I'm like, I can do one more. I can do 3 more. I can do a few more. Like, and that's not like a pressure on me. I like it. I want to check those boxes. So maybe a topic for another podcast, but absolutely more leagues, please. More tour, like screw 57 showdowns. Give us a new league tour every week or something. I would rather that.
Yeah, and like I said, without getting into revamps and stuff, but yeah, like I said, I forgot about that, and I was like, oh yeah, I just want to make sure I mention that before I forget it. But yeah, I guess as always on the outro. So if you're cool with it, we'll do the outro. But yeah, as always, everybody, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Twitch at Slim Numbers, at Champions Chat Podcast, and at Iron Sheik 84 for more WWE Champions action. With that, wish you all a blessed day. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and yeah, just have fun in the showdown in 12 minutes, everybody.
That's right. See you all. Bye.
Yeah. So bye, everyone. Yeah.